IVM.
Welcome to another week on IVM Podcast. If you're not following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. This week on Cyrus Says, Cyrus talks to restaurateurs Pankaj Shah, Abhishek Hunawar, and Sumit Gambhir of Neighborhood Hospitality. They talk about their past and they talk about their future. They talk a lot more about their future in a new show that we got launching called The Kulaba Cartel. Please make sure that you check that out as well. In a 2-episode special on the Pragati Podcast, Pavin and Hamsini are joined by author and legal expert Rahul Mathan to discuss the Sri Krishna Report and India's tryst with the concept of privacy. On Shunya One this week, we have Vishal Gondal from the Vishal Gondal Show. He takes us through his journey on Goki. And just a quick shout out to all of our listeners. Along with the Kulaba Cartel, we have a whole host of other shows launching this month. So stay tuned to the IVM Podcast app and make sure that you follow all of our new shows as well.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of IVM Likes. I'm Surbhi, and today in the studio we have with us Abbas.
Hi, hello, how are you?
And
Abbas.
And Priyanka.
My name is also Abbas, yes.
Priyanka
here.
is on one of her moods today. That's alright, Priyanka, we get it. But today, we are discussing, first of all, we're going to be recommending the stuff we're listening to or watching. And the second half, we're talking about our favorite dog things. It's just dog movies and our favorite Instagram dogs.
Our favorite dog things.
Yeah,
okay.
our favorite dog things. And it's fun to have Priyanka with us because, she is not fond of dogs. So it's going to be a great episode, guys. Stay tuned. Priyanka, you know why you don't like dogs? Because you've never seen a puppy face. Have you seen a puppy dog face ever?
That's my face.
No. Okay.
That's not your face either. That's
No,
a
you've
boss's
got-
face.
Yeah, sure, I'll take the puppy dog face. You've got more of a cat face.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you a cat person then?
Yeah, I think so.
You thought for so long it just...
So I don't like keeping pets. Like, I'm not going to sit and pet every animal. Like, that's
Okay.
not me. Even if it's a cat or dog.
Yeah.
I keep them at a distance. I don't hate them, but I'm not for them. Like, I'm okay.
Don't you like unconditional love? Like, pet gives you unconditional love. It doesn't ask for
Yeah.
anything in return.
Sure.
And you don't like that?
It's fine. I
Like,
can do without it.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't have an answer
I'm
to
just
that.
breaking so many
I
hearts.
just feel like I'm
right
so
now.
far away from you two are like so close together and I'm like the head of the
That's because
table.
Abbas breathes a lot in the microphone, so we gave him
We
another
kept him
chair.
away.
Yeah, I've been told by the engineers not to breathe, so I can't do that.
He's really
So,
trying.
Yeah.
Abbas, hold it in. Don't breathe, okay? Moving on to Priyanka. Priyanka, what would you like to recommend this week? What are you watching? What are you listening to?
Over the weekend, I watched How Most Things Work.
What's
It's a
that?
Spanish film.
Oh, nice.
It's really nice. It's actually a little sad. Also, it's about... okay, I don't want to give out the story at all, actually. It's
Okay.
basically about this father-daughter relationship
Yeah.
and how she is just venturing out to find her own space in the world, and then she sort of figures that her mother moved to Italy long time back, and she's trying, whatever she does, she's trying to figure how to get to her mother. But in the end of the film, she realized she didn't have to go to Italy. I'm just not saying the end of it, but it's a fun, sweet, simple. Again, it's a world movie, so in the sense that there's South American vibe to it, and it's chiller. It's nice.
Nice. So where is it on Netflix or Amazon Prime? Where do we
Netflix.
watch this? Okay, nice. What's it called again?
How Most Things Work.
Nice. Does it have subtitles?
Yes.
Of course it does. I mean, do you know Spanish, Priyanka?
No, that's a
No,
Spanish
so then
movie.
it has to have subtitles.
Alright, breather, fine. Let's get to Abbas. What would you like to recommend?
I like to recommend an English book. It's
Oh, English. Does it have
Yeah.
subtitles?
No, it doesn't.
I hate it.
It's called Homeless on Google Earth,
Uh-huh.
and it's written by Mukul Kesavan. Mukul Kesavan he writes a lot of columns for a lot of newspapers. He's one of the foremost writer thinkers of modern India. And this book is actually a collection of the various essays that he has written and columns that he has written. It spans many sort of genres. It's about travel, it's about cinema, it's about politics and all of that. I like Mukul's mastery over the language. The way he writes is very simple, but then it makes you feel intelligent after you've read him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and although... Huh?
Oh yeah, which
you require. You require that. The book is a little dated because most of these articles were written somewhere around 2012-13. So especially the kind of scenarios that he has imagined, the worst case scenarios, they've actually come true today. I mean, many of the political scenarios where he feels that certain kind of people will be in danger if this particular people come in power, that has happened. So I mean, his essays, some of my favorite ones were so he's written this bit about why Slumdog Millionaire is not a great film according to him, and he actually makes a very strong case about how language is used in that movie, where he says that when the slum kids are children, they're speaking in Bombaya Hindi, but as soon as they grow up, why is it that they're suddenly speaking in British accent, right? So he makes some very sharp observations. Then he has a little bit about writing about books. So he's written a lot about how he feels that many of the literary awards that are given out, they kind of ignore the more popular fiction that's out there, and why should that happen. He writes a lot about growing up in the 60s and 70s in India, which I think is very rare. Now our generation usually reminisces about the 80s and 90s. So to go back in time about the 60s and 70s where things were much different than, like, it's even one generation removed from how our parents grew up. So all of that is very, very interesting. So yeah, you should check it out. What I like about it is because it's a collection of essays, you can read it in whatever order you like. It's not necessary you read it one chapter after another. Yeah, so they're slotted under categories, but you can still read them at random. And they make
What's the average length of one essay? Like how many pages?
So it depends. Some of the essays are a little longer, about 7 to 8 pages, but on an average they don't exceed 3 pages.
Oh,
so,
that's decent. Yeah. That's not bad.
So also because this is a book, he also gets the chance to expand some of the essays that might have appeared as columns, which got edited out because of space. So he gets to write the complete thing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So Mukul Keswan's book, Homeless on Google Earth, but even otherwise, just read Mukul Keswan wherever you can. He's a pretty good writer.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like such an intellectual.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you, Abbas.
The thing about this recommendation round is you feel really intelligent after listening to one. So I feel like I'm
right. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. I don't know if
empowered with your.
I'm empowered.
For someone who wanted to recommend life.
Oh yeah. I didn't have anything to recommend when we walked in the studio, so I was like, how about we recommend life and nature and like get out there, guys.
So what if I say no to that recommendation? Should I die?
No,
it's not a recommendation.
Then you won't choose to live, Abbas.
But like I'm recommending you live, so you can choose not to.
Okay, no, not the truest meaning of the word. By life, I mean go out there and don't watch TV and don't stop consuming so much pop culture. Maybe live a little, Abbas.
That's then
figure out how most things work.
Which is another movie.
Yeah, which is the movie that Priyanka recommended.
No, not at all.
The original title of which is Como whatever function is for Spanish. Casi todas cosas.
Wow, today
anyone who knows this language right now would be killing themselves.
Como funcionan casi todas cosas.
Narcos.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Love it. I watched this movie called Newness. It's on Netflix and it's kind of cool. So I didn't finish watching it because I'm sorry. I think the last part was a little bit of a drag, so I slept through it. But the movie, you could watch it. Like if I have to recommend
what is
something.
It about?
Okay, yeah, it's
that's
called
how
Newness.
The recommendation starts. Like I slept through the last 20 minutes, but you know what? Since that's the only thing I've seen, you might as well watch it.
If you like plants better than, if you like movies better than plants and going out there, please watch another movie. This one's called.
Till now, none of what you have said.
It's another movie. Okay, cool. This is called Newness, and it's about. So basically, it portrays how Tinder and our dating apps are making dating weird, and how love is dying in in this apocalypse called Tinder. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's intense.
It's not very intense. I mean, it's actually super like two people meet each other on an app, and first they think they're in love, but then suddenly the whole thing about, meeting new people, because they've always been used to it. They always keep swiping left and right. It's almost like they're ordering people off an app. Oh, okay, I'm done with this dish. Let me order another one. So they're super used to it, but then these two guys meet and they're in love. They say, hey, we love each other, let's move in together. But like one fine day, I don't know, something happens and both of them are like, oh no, I think I need something new in my life. So it's kind of that, like how you get so addicted to like swiping left and right. You're like, maybe if there is a pool of people out there, why settle and why like stick to one person? Yeah, it's not like so like there's been so much talk about how dating apps are ruining love. It's not taking like a brand new concept. It's not a brand new perspective, but it's a nice, like the cinematography, is that how you say it?
Yeah, cinematography. That's how you say it.
But the cinematography, oh god, I can't say it because it sounds like I've just learned this word. No. Okay, but the movie is watchable. You can watch it if you're doing nothing and you're going to sleep. Yeah,
it's watchable, guys. It's 112 minutes long, out of which Surbhi's seen some 92 minutes. Yeah. Are you planning to complete watching it?
I don't know, because
oh my god. Like,
I'm sure I will watch it and finish it also before she finishes it.
Also because this movie won't change you as a person. I mean, it's
which movie does? What movie is supposed to change you as a person?
Of course, we will talk about some of these hard-hitting movies in the next part of the podcast, where we're discussing movies about dogs, and especially movies where the dogs did not die. That's the disclaimer, guys. The dogs are not going to die. So come back right after the break. Hey, wait. Should we do a recap real quick?
Yes, we should.
Okay, cool. Abbas recommended...
Homeless on Google Earth by Mukul Kesavan.
And Priyanka.
How Most Things Work. You can watch it on Netflix.
Or, as it's known in its Spanish... Wait, I've closed that tab. Sorry.
We can't do that again.
So Casa del Casa something.
Casa.
All right. I recommended Newness. It's on Netflix also. Come back right after the break and we will talk about dogs. Bye.
Long, long ago, not in Bethlehem, but in a place nearby, there was a wonderful birth of a huge show, which I like to call Cyrus Says. A show that encapsulates everything in human history, from the first Homo sapien to the last Homo sapien, who's traversed the entire world and then come back to India. This is a show which tells you everything about everything. If you want to know, avoid Google, come to us. It's called Cyrus Says. Get new episodes every Monday and Thursday on the IVM Podcast app, website, or wherever you get your podcasts from. It's simple as A, B, oh God, what comes after that?
Hey guys, welcome back to IVM Likes, and Allika is joining us on a phone call. She is the graphic designer at IVM and she makes some wonderful designs for our podcast. And Allika is obviously a dog fanatic, as you can tell.
Sure.
Allika does a great impression.
How can you tell?
Because she does a great impression of a dog. Do it.
What? No, I don't. That's a cat. But I do like dogs. This is also true. I like most animals.
Okay. Guys, but we're talking about dog movies that we have watched, and we have to make sure that whatever movies we talk about right now, the dog lives in the end.
I didn't know this was a condition that the dog had to live.
Yeah, because
Most important
condition.
What if the dog sacrificed itself?
No, that's still dying.
Oh my God,
and you know
please.
what death is? Okay, you know what? Before we talk about dogs that lived, can I talk about one Instagram dog that recently died?
Oh, that's okay. Dogs dying in reality is okay, but they
Not in movies.
But they should live in the movies.
Yeah, not in movies. That is too real because I'm too invested for 3 hours. Okay, but there's this Instagram dog called Pippa the dog. And so this dog lives on a farm with a crocodile.
Or lived. Well, then he was asking for it if he lived on a farm with a crocodile.
No, you don't know the story.
Okay.
So it was a tiny little dog, and he would like annoy the crocodile every day. He would like run around the tail, and he would do this for 10 years. He was doing this for 10 years, and people would come and they would record him, like record this whole thing on a video. And one fine day, on a normal day, the dog was doing the same thing. He was running around the crocodile. And just one day, the croc went for him. And yeah, that's it. That's also on video.
Wow.
It's a sad thing, Abbas. I don't know why you're
God.
laughing.
No, it's like the croc was clearly holding it in for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then it was like, enough of this shit.
I can't believe such things happen in this world.
What, crocodiles eating dogs?
Yeah, he's just being a croc.
It's the most
so-
natural thing
No,
ever.
like the dog chasing the crocodile
Crocodile.
and going behind him like this, and obviously
See, the croc was
Exactly.
biding his time. I just
Yeah.
want to point out. This was like a very elaborate
It's
revenge
long
thing.
due.
But yeah, well,
On that cheerful note,
Moving on to Allika, have you seen any dog movies recently?
not recently, but there are lots of good dog movies which definitely, I think probably definitely, don't have the dogs dying in the end. One of my favorite ones was Homeward Bound. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it.
No.
It's about 2 dogs and a cat.
Oh,
Who
is it this old Disney movie?
I don't know if it's made by Disney, but
Okay.
it was live action.
Huh.
So it's like these 2 dogs and a cat who are left behind on the farm where the family lives while the family goes for vacation.
Yes.
And they think they've been abandoned, so they go out and basically run around San Francisco trying to find them. It is so cute.
oh man. I feel like I've seen this movie like on the TV, like in passing.
It's a very old movie.
Yeah,
It's
no?
from
Isn't that
1963.
movie where there
No,
is there
1993.
snow? Because I remember seeing snow and dogs in it.
There were a couple of them, so it may be like a sequel. I know there was a Homeward Bound 2 as well. I don't know how many, but yeah, that was like a good feel-good dog movie. And I'm the one who likes like animated movies, so for animated movies, I would say if you like dogs, watch Balto. It is based on a real-life incident. And but it is they've embellished it and made it a little bit more heroic and
Nice.
made it animated.
The dog lives.
The dog does live, yes.
Alright, then we're up for Balto.
Yes. And also it has like if you should go and look up the story of Balto, and then you'll find out that it has a memorial statue in New York
Ooh.
Central Park.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Priyanka here in the studio would know a lot about dogs also. So, do you know any fun fact about dogs?
That's a complete dig at me, but
You know
That's
who
a
else
complete-
digs? Dogs. Okay. Okay, but honestly,
I'm clapping.
don't clap at the mic. Don't do that. Okay. To physically restrain Priyanka from clapping in the mic.
Why? I'm appreciating your humor.
Did you just say appreciate?
Appreciating.
Okay.
Appreciation.
Okay.
She's
Okay.
still in that Spanish movie.
Yeah.
Figuring out how things
How
work.
things work. Well,
How most things work.
Okay.
I hope people are not taking the name that you are saying. And no one's
yeah,
figuring
fun-
it out.
fun.
They've already figured it out.
Cool.
Priyanka, but did you know one thing about dogs is that they cannot see the color, any color.
Yeah.
They just see
They
grey.
cannot see the color any. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's a good.
So is this a class for me about dogs?
I'm just letting you know. What do you have to say about dogs only see the color grey?
I think they
No.
do that, right? They
No,
live
so-
like this.
Oh my god, we are also off track.
So I saw this really funny. So apparently, the movie studio that made Wizard of the Oz,
Yeah.
they're planning to remake it again, but from the point of view of the dog
Oh
Toto.
no.
I love
So,
it.
so someone was like, "Oh, so then it stays black and white."
Oh my god,
But
yes.
what sort of perspective is that? You'll just see the ankles of everybody.
Yeah.
Shit, have you seen that? There's this one Instagram video about of a dog who's just running around with the GoPro on his
Yeah,
head.
I've seen
Oh,
that.
I saw that.
And
That's
that's
amazing.
beautiful.
Hmm.
That is the true purpose of the GoPro.
That's true. Just put it on a dog's head.
Yeah. Why else would you need one? Why else was it invented?
Okay, let's talk about 101 Dalmatians. Everyone's seen that movie on Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only
Yeah,
dog
good
I saw.
movie. Taught me what Dalmatians were. I honestly didn't know what
Same.
Dalmatians
I didn't
were.
know how to spell Dalmatian, so I was like, oh wow, that's a long dog word.
I
Yeah.
am not impressed by you all. But did all of them survive? Did all 101 make it at the end of
I
it?
have no idea. Cruella was in the movie, right?
Not only did they survive, but I think a few get added
She
to
reminds
the
me of
101 in the end.
I'm Cruella.
As far
That is
as I remember.
definitely a movie where all the dogs survive then. What are the movies where, the dog dies, but it's kind of like a natural death and not like a horrific...
No dog death is natural, okay? It's against the whole point of the universe. No dogs can die.
Well, I mean, they do die of old age. That's the thing.
Okay, so the one reason why I haven't watched Sacred Games is because of the first 10 seconds.
Oh,
Okay.
Because
yeah.
I've actually heard this from a lot of people.
I couldn't get through it. I was like, extremely graphic.
It's not extremely graphic.
No, I don't know.
It's very suggestive of the
No,
dog
but I get
dying.
it. Some people
and
get
that's
triggered.
also the opening scene of
Yeah,
the
because
book.
it's okay, but
Yeah.
But was it as graphic in the book?
It was more graphic in the book than it is on the.
Really? I want to read that.
This is so upsetting though. Why would you start your series with
Because
a dog dying?
that's a foreshadowing of the gruesome things that are to come in the rest of the story.
You know, it's not. That's not selling me on watching this at all. I just want to point out.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That even I mean, though everybody is raving about it, I just couldn't get through it. Like, I don't. Okay, so I don't know what it is, but I cannot watch like.
Animal torture.
And yeah, I can't watch.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
agreed. So, by the way, if there are people who are listening to this who also have issues with watching things like animal torture or, the dog dying in a movie, there's this website called doesthedogdie.com. And it's a really great website because it literally tells you movies where, yes, there is a dog which dies. And it has a whole bunch of filter keywords. So it's not only about, dogs. You can check if there's a cat in the movie and if it dies, or if there's any other sort of animal torture. And basically, they've kind of expanded the website to not just be only an animal dying trigger, but, other things which could trigger somebody.
Yeah.
If we have like scopophobia or something like that, or, like, there's one weird search which I came across, like, do teeth get broken in this movie? Which is a very fair, slightly weird, but very fair phobia. So it's a really good website to check out.
That's true. I think they should put Sacred Games on this website and warn them about the triggers.
Yeah. They do for films and TV
And TV shows.
and-
Like 13 Reasons Why has a lot of trigger warnings because there's cutting and there's blood involved.
Yeah. So they do this for video games also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there's a section for video
Oh, there's a trigger warning that says, are there bugs? And the first movie is Men in Black.
Of
Because
course
there's a
there are.
giant freaking cockroaches.
Oh no, I hate this look.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like cockroaches as well?
No.
Okay, if you had to have if your dog
Okay.
suddenly was like has just 8 legs now, would you still pet it?
Yeah, because it's still big and furry and probably doesn't run erratically all over the place.
Okay. So
So
you
they
would
did
do-
this in Ant-Man. The ants become big, but then the guys just pet them. And the ants carry things for them and stuff.
Oh, so you're not
Yeah.
scared of giant ants?
No, because they are still subservient to the person who's
Okay.
controlling them. So, yeah. But isn't dog also kind of your slave?
No.
It's a friendly slave, but it's a slave.
No.
Go fetch, and it goes and brings you the ball.
I mean, but that's because we've conditioned them
Exactly.
to expect food. And when they don't get it, they attack you.
Slavery. But I have 2 films to mention I haven't seen much dog related stuff,
Yeah.
but Disney did this film called Bolt 2011-12, I guess.
Bolt, yeah.
And of course the all-time great dog film that
Don't
came out
say
of
it.
our very own
Don't say it.
our very own motherland, Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, which
Oh,
had
yeah.
Tuffy,
Yeah, I was
thought-
going to
who
mention
played
it.
umpire, matchmaker.
I thought you were going to say Romeo. What's that Romeo movie?
Roadside Romeo was also not a bad movie. I mean, honestly
Oh
speaking,
my
I saw that
God.
film in a theater and I didn't
Oh,
regret
wow.
it. I didn't regret it. I was like,
You did
okay,
not regret
cool.
it?
No.
Nice.
You know what? I just realized that Saif Ali Khan played the dog, and in Sacred Games, he doesn't kill a dog, but a dog dies in
Wow,
front
that's
of him.
another podcast for you guys.
Yeah.
So, people who've played dogs and also killed
Abbas,
dogs
your
for the
brain is
movie.
amazing.
Thanks. I know that. It's because I read Mukul Keswan.
Again, my annoying clap.
All right,
Also,
okay, stop.
another. So Pixar Pixar did this short film called Feast, which played before Big Hero 6. It's about this
yes.
dog who gets fed really tasty food while
I've
his
seen
master is in a relationship, and then once he breaks up, he starts ignoring. So again, you don't see their faces at all.
Yeah.
So then the dog tries to bring his ex and his master together. It's a beautiful short film. It's on YouTube. The whole film is on YouTube.
Wait,
So
I
watch
saw
it.
Big Hero 6. I do not remember.
I love
No,
Big Hero
this
6.
was played right before Big Hero 6. Pixar's short.
In the theater. Have you seen it in the theater?
Yeah, I definitely saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won a lot of awards.
Yeah,
that
it
movie,
did.
Yeah.
So yeah, those would be my 3 dog-related things.
I can say,
that
like,
should
if you
try.
want to watch, like, super gut-wrenching, emotional things which have dogs in them, do watch Marley and Me and also Hachiko. Because,
Yeah, I watched Marley and Me.
yeah, I
Yeah.
cried. I was in the theater and I was trying to be, like, all tough and all, and then I was with my mom watching it, and my mom started crying, and then I started crying. There was, like, a puddle on the theater floor. Everyone was crying at the end of the movie, not one. That was a really, really good movie. The dog does die in the end, but it's out of natural things, so it's okay. It had a big and long and happy life. And also Hachiko, which is a very, very emotional, very sweet story about a dog who waits for his master at the train station for, I think, 7 years?
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's a little depressing, but it's also extraordinarily sweet. So you should definitely watch that if you can.
You know, another dog I wish I actually had in
had.
real life was Jughead's dog in Archie comics.
Hot dog?
Hot dog, yeah.
Oh,
The
wow.
white fluffy dog.
Oh, God.
I wish that he was real.
Okay,
in the comics, Hot Dog is eaten by zombies. He
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's in the zombie spin-off.
Then he comes back as a zombie dog.
A zombie dog?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I would still pet it. I mean, it's his dog.
Did any of you watch like those super old dog movies? What was it? Rin Tin Tin?
I've heard of them, but I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
Black and white. I have like weird memories of watching them because I think my dad used to put them on when I was like 4 or 5 years old.
But Tintin reminds me of Snowy. Snowy
And
was also
Snowy
a
was
great dog.
beautiful dog.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
But you
was.
know what? One animated dog that I'm not a fan of is Dollar from Richie Rich.
Why?
I don't like Dollar because he's so annoying and he keeps
Because
losing
he's called
it.
dollar. It's a metaphor for capitalism, Surbhi.
I don't. Okay.
Supposed to be annoying.
He's a dog and he has like instead of dog spots he has dollar
Dollar
spots.
spots, yeah.
But he's so annoying and he like always like Richie Rich is such a like so you would imagine Richie Rich has so much money he would be a brat and like always like mess up things, but it's the freaking dog. He just keeps. One time he jumped out of a plane. And then obviously our guy Richie Rich had to intervene and be like, oh god, Dollar.
Oh, so Johnny Quest also had this dog called Bandit. It was pretty cute. And
Pug wasn't.
Pug, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, they
God.
are dogs, right?
Kind.
Yeah,
No?
the pugs are dogs.
Pugs are the Vodafone dog is a pug,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You
I like how
and
you're
I
identifying the species of the dog by
in
saying
this beautiful world.
Okay, so what about it?
you look like one.
No, I'm just counting. I do look like a pug. Oh, thank you. Couple of minutes
Oh,
ago.
maybe that's why you breathe so loudly because pugs breathe loudly. We've reached a conclusion. Abbas is the pug, so please send some.
You know, another pop culture
Name.
dog I really like, we haven't spoken about, Scooby-Doo.
Oh my
likes
god, so
Scooby.
mainstream. Just,
Really?
just get out of this room right
Does
now.
anyone remember Snoopy?
Yeah, but my parents' dog, he was a Dachshund and he was named Snoopy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. What do you think about really short dogs? Like corgis.
I don't discriminate. I like them tall, short, whatever.
Tall, short dog. Yeah.
Black, white, brown. Anything.
Scintillating discussion.
So after this long discussion about dogs, are you finally going to adopt a dog soon? Are you going to pet one soon?
No, she likes to keep it a distance.
Can I just ask her? Does this whole conversation make you want to pet a dog since we all love dogs so much? Have we converted you into a dog person?
No, you have failed.
Are you even a person?
All of you have failed.
Oh god.
Go and spend time with some more dogs and
You're saying it as if it's a bad thing.
resolve your pain there. But you are not successful in converting me as a dog lover.
As a dog lover.
Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.
Alright, Priyanka is a dog atheist here, so we
No,
can't.
not at all. I just feel like I don't. As I said, I don't hate them. I just like I need to. Also, I feel like the minute everyone sees a dog, everybody just wants to go pet them. We don't give them space. Like we just don't. We don't let them be, you know. And I was like, don't let them. That's why, you know, when there are too many people around, that's why they just start barking because, like, I feel like they need their space, so I give them their space.
Okay.
And I think I get that.
That's wise.
They talk to me sometimes. I talk to them. Like, I need space
She's
from you guys.
Dr.
and all
Doolittle,
this.
guys.
Yeah.
We have a Dr. Doolittle in the house. Priyanka Ganwani.
Alright, Priyanka. So she hasn't been converted, but just for everybody out there, please remember, if you write dog the other way, it says God. So that's it. We'd like to end this episode on that note. Alright, guys. That's it. You can reach out to us on ivmpodcast.com or on our Twitter and Instagram says IVM Podcast. And you can also get in touch with us personally. Abbas?
You can reach me on Twitter at Abbas Momin.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CapeFoxAlex.
That's Allika. And Priyanka?
Priyanka 1091.
Yeah, send your dog pictures to Priyanka. She'll
Dog
appreciate
pics.
them.
Dog pics
I will
only.
appreciate them, and I will just frame them in my house and be like, this is the
Give you
distance I keep
space.
from them.
You can reach out to me on Instagram at @Surbhi Bagga, or you can find me on Twitter at @SmallTalkPolice. That's it for this episode. See you next time. Bye.
शून्य वन शून्य वन शून्य वन शून्य वन
$1 billion acquisition. Another copycat startup got formed.
No, the tech world in India is surely moving double the speed of this voiceover.
Tune in to Shunya One every Tuesday to catch us talking to the smartest people we know on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
Did you know that Parsis in Mumbai, instead of being left at the Tower of Silence after they die, are now cremated? And why? Because a cow fell sick in the early 1990s. Did you know that the smog in Delhi is caused by something that farmers in Punjab do and that there's no way to stop them? Did you know that there wasn't one gas tragedy in Bhopal, but 3? One of them was seen, but 2 were unseen. Did you know that many well-intentioned government policies hurt the people they're supposed to help? Why was demonetization a bad idea? How should GST have been implemented? Why are all our politicians so corrupt when not all of them are bad people? I'm Amit Verma, and in my weekly podcast, The Seen and the Unseen, I take a shot at answering all these questions and many more. I aim to go beyond the seen and show you the unseen effects of public policy and private action. I speak to experts on economics, political philosophy, cognitive neuroscience, and constitutional law so that their insights can blow not only my mind, but also yours. The Seen and the Unseen releases every Monday. So do check out the archives and follow the show at seenunseen.in. You can also subscribe to The Seen and the Unseen on whatever podcast app you happen to prefer.